Welcome to Madlik. My name is Geoffrey Stern, and at Madlik we light a spark or shed some light on a Jewish text or tradition. I'm in Israel, and today I travel to the Negev to meet with soldiers in the 97th Netzah Yehuda Battalion, previously known as Nahal Haredi, a battalion in the Kfir Brigade of the Israel Defense Forces. The soldiers are all Haredi, and you will be hearing first from the commander and then from one of the new recruits, both of which spoke English and approached me to tell their story. While the government of Israel is on the brink of collapsing over the issue of Haredi draft, these young soldiers provide a little light and a lot of inspiration. Enjoy, and be sure to click on the link to see the original videos of these two pioneers.
You need papers, you need a story, like you need something to come in and start and draft. So I told them I was like a yeshiva bacher and I want to draft. I got out of the army with like a yeshiva tour, and now I want to draft. So I think, okay, 1 second. They gave me information of a few guys that could help me, like what kind of service I want to do. And he gave me a number of a guy from Amutat Netzah to help me, because he knew that those times I was like kind of independent and I needed help. I needed even social and money and stuff to like kind of bring me inside in a good way. So I took his number, I called him, I spoke to him. He told me to come to see one of the houses in Amutat. I came to the house. He showed me what options I have. There was a few options. I picked one of them. And when I got there, I got to meet, on the first Shabbat, I got to meet some guys that were in the army, guys that were still in the army. So I was interested. I started to speak with them. I started like ask them, what is a commander, what is a soldier, what does that mean, and everything. And it was really interested me, and I wanted to really combat. Like I was inside of me, like I felt like I passed a lot, and I fought a lot since I was younger to be like on my own and all that. So I felt like combat will be my place. So I asked them a lot about that. They told me, listen, it's hard. We don't know if you're gonna make it or not. So it made me a lot more want to go into it. And then I tried to get in that month, but that date of drafting was full amount of people. So I went into the next one. It was 4 months after.
How long ago was this?
It's 4 years, almost 4 years ago. And then I came to the next one, and I started the training like what they're doing now. Yeah. So I started training. It was November 20. I drafted, and then I started training. In the training, I decided I want to go to be a commander. I went out for a commander's course 4 months, and then I stayed as a commander there, training commanders to be commanders. And then I ended with them. I went out to the officer course for 8 months. I was done there, and then I came again to training as an officer. And I trained the team 8 months. I ended with them. I went up to the unit, Netzah Yehuda. I was with them 8 months. We started up in Syria, doing there some ambushes and catching people that are coming close to the border. And then started the war. They took me, my unit sent me to a different unit that one of the officers there didn't do a good job, and the soldiers didn't trust him to go after him inside of Gaza. So they took me to change him, and I went with that team 3 weeks in Gaza. We fought there it was in central Gaza, like in the place where it's called the Netzah Yehuda. That was in the beginning when we cleaned the places there, let all the trucks and cars get in.
That's where they blew up the big wheel. That was a
big
Ferris
wheel. Got there. It was when it was still there.
My son was when they blew it up from some kind of.
Yeah.
What happens when you're shooting missiles? You need very tall things in the area to be able to target. So Hamas are using the big Ferris wheel to adjust their sighting to shoot. So they went to blow it up so they could reduce the accuracy of the missiles.
Yep. And we got the core of Hamas. We went in, our unit got that place.
This is in the previous Gaza war.
No.
This is in this war?
This war.
War now.
The beginning, when we started, a month after we came into Gaza. And then after 3 weeks, my head of the unit, my commander, wanted me back to my unit. So he took me out of Gaza. It was exactly by the first ceasefire when they would bring back the hostages. So they got me out, and I went back up to Syria. In Syria, we were all the time in front of the border in a protecting way, like all of us, we weren't all the time in the base. Most of the time we're out on the border, also trying to do ambushes and getting some people, sometimes even shooting, because they'll bring, that time they'll we're shooting rockets and bringing some, how you call that, small planes without, drones. Yeah, so we tried to find these guys over there that were doing it, even though it was a bit more far, so not always we couldn't do it. We basically getting only the people that were closer. And then our unit 2 months ago moved down to Gaza, and I went down with them. And now we're up north. We're in North Gaza now, Bet Hanun. My unit is doing their own kind of missions. The terrorists are getting back there. By the beginning, we kind of like wiped it out, and now they're getting back and trying to continue to fight and shoot from Beit Hanun. And that's where my unit is doing the missions. And then I came back 2 weeks ago to the training school, which is the Biasamach Mabez.
So would you say that most of the candidates and the soldiers that come in have a story similar than you, or what kind of stories are there?
I believe that 50% of the people here have like similar stories of me. I believe that 50% of the soldiers that are sitting here have stories like me.
They didn't fit in, it wasn't working for them?
Didn't fit in, wasn't working.
You can make the argument that had you not come into the army, you might not be religious today. You might have
Would it be a lot more harder?
Yeah.
Not only religious, I'm talking about, who knows, drugs.
A well-adjusted human being, yes.
Yeah.
So, is that a catering truck over there?
That's, I think, a truck, how you say it, a cool truck. And there's food over there, and every morning they'll bring out like maybe chokos, cheese, and all these stuff.
So how is this different than the normal Israeli army? There are no women here.
Yeah,
what other adaptations have to be made to make this work?
So in the training school, it's a bit more strict than the unit itself. Over here, you get an hour a day of learning every day. You get in your schedule time for davening. In training, even sometimes they will be in shul and you need to be there. Now you don't need a daven, but you need to be in shul. Like it's time that they'll put you in that kind of schedule. You get kosher food, like specific kosher food. It's mattering. You need to make sure you get that. Shabbat, you get. That's in the old army, I think. But you get like good time before, good time after to like talk on the phone with who you need and quiet time.
But otherwise, they get trained as hard as anybody else, and they get what they signed up for.
Exactly, they'll get what they signed for. But when they come to the unit, there it's a bit different. There you don't have any schedule. There you have missions on Shabbat, you have anything, so it's a bit different. But still, you don't have women, same kosher food. It changes a bit the situation, but everything is like all the rules stay the same rules.
So they have rabbis that are with them on a regular basis. Like right now, that's maybe a U.S. rabbi who's giving a class, or is he part of the?
This rabbi?
Yeah, this rabbi.
I don't know this rabbi.
This rabbi is a guest rabbi from America.
Okay.
And he asked if we'd like to give a shiur to Chaylim, so we could arrange it.
Yes.
But we have our rabbis, Rav Asher, the guys with us, the blonde head,
Yeah.
the beard.
Yeah.
So we have rabbis who go about 40 bases in Israel every day, giving support, doing shiurim, helping, listening to stories, giving, we've got rabbinical mentors. So that's a unique that you have in any other unit. We have this shop and we have a civilian organization. There's this kind of personal close contact.
So yeah, these rabbis, Rav Asher and Rav Avi, these two, I know them since my training. Like they're here all the time, almost every day. Like some days maybe they wouldn't come. Almost every day they're here, giving social help to soldiers, listening to their problems, trying to help them out, making sure they're getting the stuff they need to get as religious people. And this rabbi, I don't know him. It's like first time bringing him, like bringing Rabbi. But he's rabbi. Yeah, I heard he's very famous. He's in the United States, a Chabad rabbi that gives speeches.
And then, in terms of when they finish service, have you been doing that? Do you know enough of this? How long have you been in the army? Are you?
This is my fourth year. My friends are all out.
So
already.
you're Keva.
I'm in Keva.
But the ones that graduate and leave.
So there's all kind of stuff that the organization of Netzah Yehuda gives to soldiers that get out. Just learning plans of studying, and sometimes even help like financial
So
help.
it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop when they leave the
Doesn't
army.
stop. It continues for years. Like I'm in a group now. It's called Achim LaNetzach. It's the brothers from Netzach. All the time, like they'll speak there and like they're doing Shabbatot together, Chagim, all kind of stuff there for the people that were in Netzach. Doesn't stop.
And have there been any, since the war started, as far as you can see, have Haredim been enlisting for other reasons? Because they
Coming
feel
into the army?
Yeah.
So it's an interesting thing. I think that there is starting a change in the Haredi society, but the old thing of the unit of Netzah Yehuda by the last few years, almost none Haredim, real Haredim, yeshiva bachos will come to the yeshiva, and that's not their purpose. The real Haredim, they'll sit and learn. The people that are not, it's hard for them in yeshiva like me, or people that didn't do good in the regular yeshivas will come here. And now they're trying to bring the also the people that are not learning, but they're still inside strong in the Haredi society. But it's not easy because these people, it's kind of to leave what the society believes in. So the change that they're starting to do now is to make the change in what the society thinks to get these people. Yeah.
It takes role models like you.
Yeah.
You're a chalutz.
Yeah.
I mean, if you think people that came to Israel, my wife's grandfather came, his whole family wrote him off. He said, you're not getting a grush, you're going to Israel. We have a beautiful life here. And they all didn't survive. So you're a chalutz.
יישר כוחך.
תודה.
כל טוב.
So where are you from?
Crown Heights.
And what's your name?
Zalman Schultz.
Zalman Schultz. I went to yeshiva, they called me Shlomi. But I said I was Geoffrey, but I'm really Shlomi.
Shlomi.
Yes. So when did you come to Israel?
9 months ago?
So you made Aliyah 9 months
No.
ago? Well, you went straight into the army.
Yeah.
What
I did a pre-army program, and then I went to the army. A Hebrew course, pre-army program, Hebrew course from the army, so it's like in the army, and then now I'm here.
And what brought you here? Your country.
Home.
It's your home. It's good cover.
Yeah.
Good group of kids.
Thank God. For real, really is.
And how many weeks have you been in training so far?
7 months, but 3 of those I was in the Hebrew course. So 4 months for real, and then 2 or 3 more.
And you grew up you're Chabad from Crown Heights?
Yeah.
And so what do your parents think of you being here?
Before they were like, get out of my house, before the war. And then the war started, and they were like, oh, you could come back if you want,
You know Rabbi Butman?
The name sounds very familiar, but
The Lubavitch Youth Organization.
I probably know him by face. What's the name again?
Rabbi Butman.
Sounds familiar, but
I know him for many, many years.
from Crown Heights?
Crown Heights, yeah.
Sounds very familiar. I don't know.
Where do you live?
Now?
Place?
Jerusalem.
In what kind of
So I have an apartment with my friends. They're also lone soldiers. All of them are in Golani. I'm the only one that's not in Golani.
What made you come to Kfir? To Netzah Yehuda?
I had friends here, and they were all like, "You have to go here. This is your spot." So I was like, "Okay, I'm going." Thank God. It's nice. I'm happy I made the decision to come here.
What's it given to you? Being like this kind of experience, being with the community?
I don't know. It's nice that you're like, everyone's like Jewish. That I'll say. Cut the video for that. But I was in a Hebrew course, and everyone there was like Russian, like not really Jewish, just like trying to get into Israel. Or like there was a lot of like Arabs, like that are from Israel. So I was like, I didn't feel Jewish there. I was like, what am I doing here? And then I was just like, okay, I have to be with Jews.
The rabbis are kind of involved in watching.
Yeah, no, they're always there. Always talking to us. Never really help with anything. This is one of my commanders here. He also speaks English.
He's from the 5 towns. We already talked to him.
My mother's from the 5 towns. My mother's from the 5 towns.
I went to Yeshiva Tovadas, Bertelio in East 9th. You don't know where that is? That's in Flatbush.
Yeah, that's Flatbush. My mother used to live right near there.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're
So a small world.
yeah, you're a Brooklyn. You're a Brooklyn boy.
I take that as a compliment. That's nice. I like that.
He's a Brooklyn boy, just like me.
You happy?
Yeah. Not a lot of Brooklyn boys. Got a 5 towns boy. Any more Brooklyn boys? He's not a Brooklyn
Shalom.
boy.
שלום,
אני ג'פרי.
ג'פרי, נעים מאוד. יונתן.
Yonatan.
Where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut, בארצות הברית.
אני לא יודע אנגלית.
אני גם, אני בקושי מדבר עברית. אבל אני פה, אנחנו יודעים ביחד. נכון. מאיפה אתה?
מירושלים.
עיר הקודש.
Me too.
גם הוא. עכשיו הם מתפללים ואתה רוצה לדבר איתנו.
לא, אני התפללתי כבר, המפקד כבר פתח לנו.
אבל זוכר, המפקד ההון, התפללנו.
תן להם מצב 2.
This is my, איך אומרים מפקד?
בוס.
Commander, this is my commander.
Commanding officer.
He like to put a hat. It's very good מפקד.
Just kissing out there.
מאיפה אתה?
When you go, he'll tell us the truth.
מאיפה אתה בארץ?
ירושלים.
גם?
לא.
איך החוויה פה?
וואו. במיוחד פה. בבסיס לא. פה כיף.
סליחה, יש בצי שיחה. ואיך